Asanteni sana, tuketi. Mungu ni mwema na kila wakati. Basi tutaweza kuwa na ratiba fupi sana. Tunataka kupea wana familia ambao wako na tributes, na pia yule atatusomea historia ya marehemu baba yetu, na pia tutaweza kuwatambulisha mapadri ambao wameungana nasi pamoja na askofu wetu. Basi nitamuomba MC yule alikuwa anatuongoza katika hiyo sehemu aweze kutuitia wale watasoma tributes na yule ambaye atatusomea historia ya baba yetu. Karibu, na tafadhali tufuate huo utaratibu.
Tumsifu Yesu Kristo. Nitamwalika mwenyekiti wa parokia Bwana
Rugano rwa mutigaire mwarimu Joyfrey Murogami Kimani. Guciaro mutigaire mwarimu Murogami Kimani Murogami Kimani aciarirwo mwaka-inĩ wa 1938 itũũra-inĩ rĩa Kameretho, Limuru sub-county, Kiambu, harĩa St. Charles Lwanga Catholic Church ĩrĩ. Hĩndĩ ĩyo hau harĩ gĩthaka kĩa baba wao arĩ irigithathi rĩa Joseph Isaac Kimani Murogami na Wangari wa Kimani Wangari wa Kimani maciaranĩirwo na Paul Twini, George Kafonyi, Patrick Mugai na Clement Warorwa. Ũnyinyi wake mutigaire nĩateithagia mawĩra ma mũciĩ ma tũhĩ na nĩateithagia mami wao wĩra nĩgũkorwo matiarĩ na mwarĩ wa nyina. Aneneha nĩathire Ngoirobi kũrĩa marĩithagia mbũri na ng'ombe, magĩikaraga Manyata itũũra rĩa Kĩandũra mena mũrũ wa ithe John Mburu Kimani kana Mĩa. Ũtũũro warĩ mũritũ nĩ ũndũ gũtiarĩ maĩ ma mũberethi na irio ciao ciarĩ ũcũrũ mwĩkĩre tũguta na iria. Thutha wa ihinda rĩa emergency nĩ macokire mũciĩ hamwe na Mĩa. Kũrua mutigaire mwarimu Murogami Kimani nĩ aruire mwaka-inĩ wa 1958 na rika rĩa mũbutĩti kana move straight hĩndĩ ĩrĩa kwarĩ na land demarcation. Gĩthomo na wĩra kũrĩ mwaka-inĩ wa 1953 nĩambĩrĩirie cukuru wa Manguo Primary kũrĩa ekĩrire shati na kĩbandĩ rĩa mbere. Nĩacokire agĩthiĩ Gĩthũngũcũ Primary mwaka-inĩ wa 1957 kũrĩa ekire kĩgeranio kĩa common entrance na akĩhetũka. Thutha ũcio agĩthiĩ Rironi Independent kũrĩa ekire kĩgeranio kĩa intermediate mwaka-inĩ wa 1961 na akĩhetũka. Nĩ ũndũ gũtiarĩ na secondary schools iyo ni aingirire Bata Technical School mwaka-ini wa 1962 ginya mwaka-ini wa 1963 hindi ya mugumo. Mwaka-ini o ucio ni andikirwo ni Limuru Daily ekarani wa mbere. Centers hindi iyo ciarĩ Rari, Limuru, Githiga na Kiambaa. Mwaka-ini wa 1964 ni andikirwo eta untrained teacher shukuru wa PCA Kamandura Primary na agithomithia ginya mwaka-ini wa 1966. Mwaka-ini o ucio ni aingirire Thogoto Teachers College kuria athomeire warimu. Kuri mwaka wa 1968 ni atumirwo kurutana Kameretho Primary School. Ari o ku Kameretho Primary ni athomaga private candidate na agika kigeranio kia General Certificate of Education O level kiria getagwo GCE kiria ahetukire. Ni acokire agithoma makiria na Erironi Primary School ni ekire na akihetuka kigeranio kia East African Certificate of Education nikio ECDE. Igeranio ici ni ciatumire ahaicio ngathi ginyagia P1. P1 ni grade ĩrĩa iguru ya warimu. Ari St. Paul Primary School eta head teacher. Shukuru uyu no akinyanĩirie harĩ gukorwo marĩ namba ithatu thĩinĩ wa division gwa kahinda karaya. Uhotani ucio ni watumire aheo ngerenwa kana mendo ya Head of State Commendation niyo twitaga HSC ni Mutigaire President Daniel Arap Moi. Ni aritaire mwaka-ini wa 1992 thutha wa guthomithia mashukuru maingi ta Kameretho, Gathaite, Umoja, Rironi na St. Paul's Primary School kuria ari head teacher kahinda karaya. Thutha wa kuritaya ni atwikire muhuri wa biashara ya real estate na urimi guku Limuru ona Nairobi. Kanitha Mutigaire mwarimu murugami abatithirio Gesha PCA kuri mweri 25th wa December 1958 iria yari rungu rwa Kamandura Parish. Akoretwo mwiruteri munene mabata-ini ma kanitha ona maruta-ini na utungata. Ararigiriirie gukorwo ari moderator wa St. Joseph Catholic Church Development Committee. St. Joseph ni guku turi umuthi haria waki wa kanitha uyu mweru ukoretwo ugithi na mbere na toria murona ni hindi turorete Robert Munyui, Caroline Wang'eri, Martin Ndung'u na Joseph Jega. Wira wa muingi ni akoretwo chairman wa Board of Governors kuria Genia High School iria thaiciretwo St. Augustine Boys High School. Kahinda ka miaka kenda no ni twirirwo miaka iyo yari miingaingi. Ni akoretwo board member wa Ndung'u Girls High School. Ni akoretwo murata mwega wa Tharuni Primary School. Ni akoretwo board member tiga hindi arigitirwo USA makiria ma miaka kuria ekirwo ni replacement kuri mweri 11 wa 11 mwaka ucio rahetukire wa 2023 ni onekire ena murimu wa cancer iria yari stage 4. Ni akoretwo akirigitwo thibitari mwanya mwanya na kumagia mweri wa ithatu mwaka uyu niguo March mweri 19 o mweri ni uyu thutha wa gutorio ni murimu ni erire andu ake ainũkio ndagakuĩre thibitarĩ. Kũrĩ Juma mweri icio 19 ũyũ wa 10 nĩ ainũkirio mũciĩ akuĩtwo nĩ ambulance ya AMREF na arigitani arĩa mamũthondekaga mũciĩ. Nĩ ũndũ wa ũtana nĩ ũririe kana arĩa akorire mamwetereire nĩ magagũrĩtwo. Ararĩ mũthuri mũtana mũno. Kũhurũka. Nĩ akomire wega mũthenya ũcio wa Juma mweri 19 na agĩũkĩra wega Sunday ya mweri 20 kana mũthenya wa Mashujaa Day, na kũrĩ thaa 11 cia hwaĩ-inĩ nĩ acereirwo nĩ arata ake John Gĩkonyo, ithe wa Waceke, Gachagua, ithe wa Ndiki, na mũrũ wa ithe Clement wa Rorua. Mamũthiũrũrũkĩirie makĩoya hamwe na bamĩrĩ yake. Nĩ ahurũkirio nĩ Mwathani na arahurũkire ena mĩaka 86 kana 86 years. Nĩtũgũcokeria Ngai ngatho nĩ mahinda marĩa aratũhete gũkorwo na dadi witũ, guka, mama, baba rĩa kerĩ, ũrĩa ũrarĩ na wendo na ũtana ũrĩ kĩriga. Ũmũhe Mwathani kĩhurũko gĩtathiraga na ũtheri wa hingo ciothe ũmũtheragie, arohurũka ũhoro nĩ gũtuĩke guo. Rĩtwa rĩa Mwathani rĩrogocwo.
Rĩu tũgũthiĩ tributes na nĩ tũrĩ na tribute ya ciana ũkani. Andũ arĩa othe mena tributes moke haha nĩgetha twarĩkie na tũgaingĩre wengĩ. So
Unene wa yusi uroka rĩngĩ. Nĩ niĩ njĩtagwo Anthony Kĩmani na nĩ mwana ũrĩa mũkũrũ wa mwarimũ mũrũgami. Nĩ ngũmũthomera tribute twandĩkĩte hamwe na my brothers Robert Munyui, Martin Ndung'u wa Shira na Honorable Jenga. Nĩ maingĩ marĩtio ma dad, no ingĩ summarize in 3 words. No njuge dad nĩ arendete andũ mũno, nĩ arendete family yake, no ũrarĩ gĩtugĩ kĩa mbarĩ ya Kĩmani, na nĩ arendete kuona kĩhoto nĩ kĩahũthĩka. He was a peacemaker and a arbitrator. Handũ hothe he ngũĩ, he came in very handy. Mũno mũno nĩ arendete kanyamũ getagwo nyama. Nĩ njũĩ nĩ andũ aingĩ mũno mũrĩanĩire kanyama nake, ona gũikũrũkia. Nĩ ararĩ mũgũrĩri wa andũ aingĩ mbũri nĩ agũrĩte nyingĩ mũno. Na nĩ ũndũ wa mathaa njĩtĩkĩria thiĩ the agenda thome tribute itũ. This year's Mashujaa Day is one we will always remember in sadness. It's been a few days that, but I don't think we have accepted that we won't see you again. Despite having journeyed with you during your sickness at home and in hospital, and despite you reassuring us that all will be well as God had fought your battles, this is not how we imagined you would leave us. Imagined you are leaving us would mean. It pains us to realize that you won't be there for us, your children, to take care of you after struggling to bring us up. That you won't be there to see your grandchildren blossom into the adults you kept telling them to work hard and become. Among many other things, you taught us how to be good Christians and to love one another. On your hospital bed, you kept reminding us to stay united, love one another, and that we should encourage our children to work hard so that in turn they can take care of us when we grow up, as we did take care of him when he was sick. You touched our hearts in many ways. Even on dark days, your strength and smile made us realize we had an angel beside us. We do not know how to move on without you. We remember with nostalgia how you consoled each one of us when our late mom, may her soul continue resting in peace, left us. Barely 2.5 years ago. And how you also kept encouraging us to have faith in God and stay united even should the worst happen. You are so prepared to face death that you even drafted your biography. There are so many memories to speak about that would need many pages to fit in. Our children will miss the many mbusis you slaughtered for them whenever they close school, and the gifts in fact they finished Form 4, and ready to graduate to join the universities. You gave them even more gifts when they graduated in the universities. The latest graduate, Engineer Jeffrey Limuru came all the way from the University of Nairobi graduation pavilion to bring the degree to you at home, an act that made you very elated. Your generosity and philanthropic gestures cannot be overemphasized. We are sure most of the people congregated here can attest to this. One of the most common gifts you gave out was mbuzi. And Munyui and Jenga, who you mostly sent to the market to buy, were well known to the mbuzi traders, such that whenever their vehicles passed by the market, they always kept chase, even when they were just passing by. You sponsored many children by paying their school fees in different schools. You did many harambees in churches and schools, and most vividly, you chaired the development committee that is building the church we are in today. How we wish you saw its completion. The sisters staying at Kameredo Catholic Church also have their story of how you tiled their houses, bought them necessary electrical appliances like the fridge, TV, etc., and so many people that you touched in one way or the other. Dad, we feel strong and happy at the same time after knowing that you have gone to rest and that you'll never feel pain again. We spent many hours with you in hospital when you were admitted. Though you didn't talk much, the strong grip when you held our hands without letting go told a lot of how you appreciated our being there for you and didn't want us to leave. When we asked you whether you are in pain, you would smile and say, Tony, ruono rukiage. No rere mwana wa kahe no hede ciothe kuiga hui hui hui. You taught us to be strong even when big storms came. We will never forget that day you gave your hand to God and slipped away quietly without telling us bye as we prayed beside your bed a few minutes after you had fed. We hope you are in a better place looking down on us and nodding your head in approval. We want to tell you and the world you will always be in our hearts forever, and as you requested us, we will always remain united. We always wished you get better and went back to your usual businesses. It was sometimes very devastating receiving updates from your doctors at the hospital when the medical test results didn't come out as we would expect. However, we kept on praying and hopeful that our good Lord would turn around what the doctors thought was impossible. Until we meet again, you will live forever in our hearts. Go well, Dad. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Another hearty clap for Tony. That's good courage. Now we invite Steve-O.
Thank you for coming. Today we gather to honor the life of my Guka, a man who meant so much to each of us and whose legacy we live on in countless ways. He was the greatest man I've known, a source of unwavering compassion and boundless generosity. Though through every word, every gesture, Guka showed us with love and blessings that transcend the boundaries of family and reach far beyond, touching so many lives. Guka was a dedicated educator, a man who held the importance of learning close to his heart. He understood that education was more than just knowledge. It was a gift that could open doors and inspire dreams. Yet, despite his dedication to education, there was one thing he valued above all else, the gift of family. It's because of Guka that we've come to know the true spirit of family and how precious it is to stay through the highs and the lows. Today, I'm deeply grateful to be part of his legacy. As we remember him, I think of the laughter he shared with us, the wisdom in his teachings, and of course, his legendary Nyama Choma that brought us all together in joy and celebration. He will be missed, but his memory will remain a guiding light and a reminder of what it means to live fully, love deeply, and give unconditionally. Rest in power, Guka. Your spirit lives on through us, each of us, until we meet again. Love, Steve-O.
Thank you, Steve-O. Now we invite Jerry Munyui.
Praise God. My name is Bibiana Njeri Munyui, and I had an amazing grandfather. He was smart, intelligent, selfless, loving, and you always challenged me for what a colossal timekeeper you are. This was all the time, by the way. It's virtually impossible to describe what a great man you are, but you are truly exceptional. Like all your grandchildren, I feel privileged to have had the honor of being your descendants. Now that God has called you home, we accept His will, finding comfort in knowing that you are now free from pain and suffering. Your spirit will forever live on in our hearts, guiding and inspiring us. You've been our pillar, and we will miss you dearly. Rest in eternal peace. And I'll sing a short chorus. Thank you. Tell me, what does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free like they say? Does the sun shine bright forever? Have your fears and your pain gone away? Oh, I hope you're dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing in the angels' choir, and I hope the angels know what they have. I bet it's so nice up in heaven since you arrived. So tell me, what do you do up in heaven? Are your days filled with love and life? Is there music? Is there art and adventure? Tell me, are you happy? Are you more alive? Oh, I hope you're dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing in the angels' choir, and I hope the angels know what they have. I bet it's so nice up in heaven since you arrived. Since you arrived. Thank you.
Thank you. Icio nicio ciana iria guka araci appreciataga igithoma, na thank you very much. Twina Caro, the honorary daughter. Yes. Nĩagũthomerwo mũirue.
Good afternoon. Nĩngũthoma tribute ya Caro. Sure they would feel a huge piece of land. Nyama choma will never be the same without you serving it with such joy and overfeeding us. You took pride in ensuring that nobody left hungry, nobody left the table hungry, always wanting to see us enjoy your meals without any meat left in our hands. Sadly, when you became ill, Daddy, and lost your appetite, we struggled to find the right food for you. As your favorite meal wa meat, kanyama, na kamukimo ka bebetheri, which we could no longer serve you. Every school holiday became a cherished tradition. especially our school break mbuzi feasts. Our children would always ask, "Enda guka lini?" I can hardly count the holidays we celebrated together throughout our childhood. During these feasts, you encouraged us and our children, showering us with your blessings and overflowing love. And after Morogami graduated, he wanted to share his joy with you, his motuo, and we had our first graduation lunch together with you, Daddy. You were surprisingly calm, not stressing to eat, prompting Morogami to softly ask, "Hey, kweli Guka is sick. Hatuambii kula nyama, kula hii. Hatuambii kula chakula." Moments like this remind us of the love and the unique spirit you brought into our family gathering. I spent the last night with you, hoping to hear your wisdom one final time. I knocked on your door, Daddy, playfully, trying to annoy you. You are ready for peace. That night, I massaged and squeezed your hands and legs, and wishing you would open your eyes and look at me that one last time. But you are too weak, and I knew it was time to let you rest. I whispered good night. The next day, Mashujaa Day, I held your hand and I wished you a happy Mashujaa. I stepped away to freshen up, and then I received the call that the angels had come for you. You are my Shujaa and will always be my hero, Daddy. Rest in peace. My name is Caroline. Daddy was my godfather. Caroline is my god sister and my best mate. Thank you.
Thank you. Surely you are an orator. Thank you very much. Now we invite our grandchildren, or the grandchildren. Please come over. Huyu ni Morogami wa Toni, na yeye ndiye ataanza.
Good afternoon. A man with silver in his hair and gold in his heart. A tribute to Guka. Today, as I stand here to honor the life of my grandfather, I reflect on the immense legacy he left behind. If I had to describe him, I would fall short of words. His eyes always sparked with care, with endless love to share, and his smile lightened up every room. He was truly a vibrant soul that never grew old. If you ever seen him dance to one of his classics, Jim Reeves, you might think he invented Kuanguka Nayo. Being his namesake and the firstborn of his firstborn son is both a blessing and a profound responsibility that I carry with deep body. It is a day when the nation stops to remember and honor our heroes, our Shujaas, those who have fought for our country, for our freedom and for our way of life. For me, there is no greater Shujaa than Guka. He was a hero in our family, standing as a strong pillar of guidance and wisdom. He taught us about resilience, love, and tradition. The fact that he passed away on Mashujaa Day feels like the last gift he gave to us, a reminder that he will always be our hero.
Guka's wife, our grandmother, was his pillar of strength. They rode together into the storm of life, building a family founded on love, discipline, and harmony. Her recent death has created space in our hearts, but it soothes my soul to know that they are finally together again, watching over us as they always have. Guka, you have lived a life of purpose and honor. You instilled in us through you the values of family, love, and heritage, and the strength to bear adversities in life. You have taught us that with hard work, unity, and faith, everything is possible. Laying you to rest today, Guka, we pay our respects to your spirit, strength, and unrelenting love for family. Your legacy lives on in us, within the children, grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren, and the tales yet to be told. Thank you for what you did for us. You were not just our elder, but our compass, our guide, and our ancestor. You died on the Day of Heroes. It was only fitting for you were and shall and always remain our greatest Shuja. Rest in peace, Guka. Your soul is now with Shosho. Guy Ahe Mahigo Ma Muoyo. Until we meet again, Geoffrey Murugami Kimani. Rest well.
Tribute to my loving grandfather. My grandfather was the greatest man to ever live. Emphasis on greatest. I find it quite ironic how the Lord decided to call him on Mashujaa Day, a day to celebrate our heroes. My grandfather was my hero, and I remember telling him that right before he went to the Lord. Do you want to know why he was my hero? Well, it's simple. To my grandfather, 3 things mattered the most to him. First is God. He was very, very, very spiritual. I learned that my grandfather wasn't always Catholic, but he converted religions just so that he could marry my grandmother, and ever since, he's been a prayer warrior to the bone. Which brings me to reason number 2, family. My grandfather is the most loving, caring, and supportive man you could meet. And those here who are as quite fortunate as me to have witnessed his greatness know exactly what I'm talking about. For the 13 years I've known him, he has always been there for everyone. He has taught me so much, you have no idea. When we would have mbuzi at Shags, he would always keep stuffing more meat into your hand until your body physically couldn't handle it, just because he wanted to make sure that you had been well fed. I remember snitching on my mom to Guka with my brothers about how she would make ugali and skuma without meat. She never had the end of it. When Guka was sick and in hospital, I would massage his hand and pray for him while he slept. And even though he couldn't really speak, he would squeeze my hand just to let me know that he knew I was there and that he appreciated my presence there. That's how much he loved his family. And lastly, reason number 3 is how much he cared for education and the value of hard work. I remember when I was in grade 3, Guka came to our house for a sleepover, and he taught me grade 5 mathematics. And when I went to school and showed my teacher, she asked me, "Who taught you this?" I was more than happy to brag about my brilliant grandfather. Guka is the most hardworking person I've ever met. And the things he has been able to achieve in his life here on earth, it's just inspiring. He and I spoke so much about how I'd grow up and study medicine or law and how I'll get rich and buy him a huge house, etc. I just wish our prayers were answered and he would have been able to see me graduate or walk down the aisle or even have kids. Strange way, because he isn't suffering anymore and he is healed. And I'm happy for that. Rest in eternal peace, Guka. You will be remembered. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Elsie. This is my tribute to Guka. My loving grandfather, oh how sweet your smile was. So sweet that it would make my blue days less gloomy. The words you spoke every day were full of love, from the stories you told to the great advice you gave. Oh dear Guka, I will never find another like you. Every meal we shared together was delightful. The mornings which you would wake up to wave goodbye when I was going to school were always beautiful. How you would make everyone satisfied when we shared nyama choma together was kind. How you would give us little surprises and get-togethers was a joyous experience. I am grateful to God Almighty that I got to experience your sunshine on my life. You who was brave even at your weakest, and you who always made everyone happy. You who was always there to support anyone who needed help. You who always brought the family together. You who made many of my childhood memories happen. You who guided me not only socially, but also academically and spiritually. You who always appreciated my achievements, no matter how little. You had a young, kind heart, which was always ready to love. The news of your departure met me so suddenly and left me broken. But at the same time, glad that you will never get to feel pain ever again, and you're reunited with our loving Shusho in God's kingdom, dancing with the angels. May God Almighty grant you everlasting peace in heaven. I surely will miss you. Rest in peace, Guka. And a tribute for Guka from Celine. She wasn't able to record a video. To my grandfather, best friend, math teacher, and life lesson teacher, I love you so much, more than words can ever express. You are one of the best people I can say that I've ever known. Knowing that you are in pain due to cancer felt awful, but now that you're in heaven, pain-free is so much better. I love you forever and always, Guka. Rest easy. Celine Dongo.
Praise God. My name is Isaac. I'm happy to see you all coming to say goodbye to our hero. And I stand in many capacities as a son, as a grandchild, because he's also my Guka, and as a friend, and especially as a friend. So ever since I started living with Guka, as a young boy, our friendship, until I think it is a good takeaway home for each and every one of you. He told me that something must kill a man, something must kill a man. So when you see issues, it is up to you to stay head high and to have integrity and to have a plan, and you'll find a way out. He was telling me there is no time, walk shoulders high, and he was encouraging me because when I went there, I was an orphan, but he became my father, so I no longer felt fatherless because he was taking care of me, and he was leading me and showing me the way. So this day, even as we say goodbye to Guka, I know I have lost, but in the loss I have gained. In this way, on that Mashujaa Day, I had done a poster. I designed some. It's a short one. On Mashujaa Day, my hero went to be with the Lord. It is hard to say goodbye to a father, a great friend, a wise counselor, a wonderful teacher, and a well-wisher who has not only stood with me, but also the society far and wide. You lived your life as a responsible and hardworking parent. You are very generous and lived an exemplary life. And as we lay you to rest, I'm glad to have had you in my life. Rest in peace, dear Papa, indeed. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, still missed, and very dear, forever in our hearts, Mwalimu Geoffrey Murugami Kimani. To God be the glory from your dear son, Isaac. So, may God bless you.
So I'm Geoffrey Murugami Jenga, the last Murugami grandson, and the one thing I remember him telling us was, pride comes before a fall, and always be humble. And with that, let me read my tribute. Today, we honor a remarkable man who was a true pillar of our community. With unwavering discipline, he led by example, teaching us the value of hard work and purpose. His kindness touched every heart, showing us the strength of generosity and compassion. He lived with integrity, a model of good conduct that inspired respect and trust though he has left us, his legacy endures in the lives he shaped and the values he instilled in us. May we carry forward his spirit, honoring his memory in all that we do. Rest easy, Guka. Thank you.
Uthamaki wa Kristo roka rĩngĩ, na nĩ ngwĩtwo mũrũgami wa Mũnyui, na onani nĩ ngwĩharĩirie na kamũgwĩ gakwa, ona gũtuĩka ona igongona rĩtanambia, maitũ witũ ũmwe wa arĩa marerire Guka nĩ okire ha auga atĩrĩrĩ, gũtirĩ mũndũ angĩaria cia Geoffrey Mũrũgami. Na father nake acoka auga ati, to say so much about a man is to say nothing. Rĩu ngũiguaga ta acio erĩ mekũmenya ũrĩa ngwenda kuga, to ngwenda kũrũgama haha ngiuge ũrĩa niĩ ndakĩmũĩ mũno, no rĩu anga nĩ mwanyonia niĩ ndĩrĩ o Gen Z, kũrĩ arĩa makĩmũmenyete mĩaka mĩingĩ mũno. No ona with that generational gap, there are conversations that I would have with Guka that were so nourishing, and they would revolve around me telling him a story of what I have seen, who I was with, and what I have learned in school and such. So standing here, I think it would be appropriate for me to tell him one last story on this special day, because it is not an ordinary day. Today, Guka, this is your day. Today we got up before dawn, we dressed up for you, we went to Lee to bring you home. And we were in good company. There were some of your greatest friends, there were members of the church, the community at large. We were with your brothers, we were with your sons, your daughter, and your grandchildren. We lined up to see your face one last time. It was not easy, but Guka, I was dying to see you, dying to see if you are at rest, if you are at peace, since I know it is not the same as when you were with us, but it was the only thing I have to go on, since it may be some time when we meet again in that great plain. So we came back, and now later today, in your home, in the land of your father and his father before him, we will lay you to rest. And I would like to say that Guka, you are a very special man. You are a pillar of this community, part of the scaffolding that built this community, and also to us, the family. You built a fortress around us, and we'll be forever grateful. Like a very rare gem, we will keep your memory. Thank you.
Uthamaki wa Kristo oroka. Oroka rege. This is my tribute to Guka. Guka was a very loving man who we were very lucky to have as a Guka, and who we shall miss very much. Guka has departed before I have fulfilled my promises to him, but since God also loved him, he has taken away his pain and suffering. He will continue to live in our hearts, and we will continue to cherish his memory. Rest in peace, Guka. Anthony Kimani.
Tumsifu Yesu Kristo. Yeah, my name is Sarah Kimani. She is Caroline Wangeri, and it's her tribute. She's only 4 years, and it was a short time they spent together with Guka, and it was the best time ever they had. Yeah, she has a tribute. Say it, my name. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Icio nĩ ciana iria iretaga mwarimu Guka. Ona tũngĩrendire mandĩke ĩmwe. They insisted that they want each and every one to read his own. You know, it's part of healing. So we pray that Bishop nĩ ekũtũiguĩra tondũ nĩ twakua kahinda karaya. We have brothers cia mwarimu mena tribute ĩmwe, but they will line up here together. One of them will read the tribute. Brothers cia mwarimu.
Utiokera mweho. Maroka. Brothers cia mwarimu iria iho maraiga nĩ maciarĩte, na nĩ tũgwĩta Bishop Jenga arĩ ũmwe witũ on behalf ya brothers. Okay, athome. Karibu Bwana Bishop.
Niĩ ngũthoma ndĩ mwana wa mwarimu na nĩ a baba, njĩtagwo Bishop Njenga, na ndungataga na kanitha wa Independent thĩinĩ wa Nairobi Diocese. no gwitũ nĩ gũkũ Limuru. Tribute to a hero. Our dear brother Geoffrey, writing your tribute is such hard pill to swallow. The thought of never having another chance to have a good time with you is only unbelievable, but also immeasurably painful. A cheerful heart full of generosity, who graciously stood in the gap in times of adversity. Words are not enough to express how hard-pressed our hearts are as we say goodbye to you. We are grateful for the time that we shared, the beautiful memory we have created, and the bond we share. They will forever be etched in our minds. Fear thee well, brother. Death gets its power to us from sin, and sin gets its power from the law. But thanks be to God who gave us the victory through Jesus Christ. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, chapter 15, verse 56 to 57. Let's in peace, Dad.
Thank you. Those are the brothers. Na leo tuna daughters-in-law. Tulikie mwana ucio wa family. Daughters.
Good afternoon, church. A tribute to our beloved father-in-law. Today, we gather to honor and celebrate a remarkable man who has been appeal. As daughters-in-law, we are to life's lessons, to profound insights, to lots of positive nudging and encouragement. Simply, his presence in our lives has made a profound impact on us. His home was always open to us, a home which he maintained with a lot of warmth. Even after Mom's departure. We only had to miss Mom, relatives and friends from Buzi Fits, so that most of them encountered his hospital. And generosity. The joy that Dad brought our lives has also been evident in the smiles of our children. He endeared them so much with gifts. At all their little and major milestones. A beautiful testament to the kind of a father and a grandfather that he was. What the children may not know is that we too looked forward to the Nyamachomas over their successes with equal excitement. He has instilled in them values of compassion and strength, and for that we are forever thankful.
His legacy of love, generosity, and kindness will continue to inspire us as we navigate our journeys. Today, we celebrate Dad and the incredible love that he shared with all of us. May God rest his big heart. Me and Susan here on my left, and Liz here on my right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Leo nĩ tũkũrekereria tributes na he development committee ĩrĩa Joyfrey aratongoragia na kanitha ũyũ nĩngũmoria moke haha. Rwĩmbo no tribute ĩgĩthoma ikaraga cikaro nyingĩ mũno tũgaikara gũkũ tũgathiĩ na wĩra na mbere. So Matse, you're honorary lead the tribute on behalf of us.
All right. God is good all the time. And all the time. My name is Mercy. It's quite hard to speak after family, but we thank God. Really enjoyed his resilience when you're there, but so much what happens when you're not there. We have struggled and we continue to do, and we know that he will continue, there's no gap. So we will miss him, we miss his leadership. And finally, as we finish this, the story we've been told that the days that matter, not just the day you were born. The day you were born, we have seen it was 1938, and the day he left us on Mashujaa Day. But those are not the greatest days. The greatest is the dash between. What do you do with your dash? So you were born this year, you died on this other day, but that dash is the life that he has lived, and the legacy and the stories that have been told can only continue. May he rest in peace. May God strengthen us as a committee to continue enjoying that legacy. And so you're all invited to join us to keep honoring what he wanted to do. You have seen, as he was told, aroigaga maundu ari hare ari kuguo ri ona aratwariria ona hurukite haha kuguo mweri komisho turamweterera gugathi. We want to honor him not just with development but also with the faith. Uguo tuona kanitha ihurite turahoya Ngai witu atuteithie ati ona witikio ukure makiria. Kugu ithu to development committee ni turahoya kinya witikia ukure makiria o uria ngirendire. May God bless you all for being here with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. God bless you, Father.
Thengio muno no turathi na mbere gukenerera ukiririria wanyu no tukumuhoya ndagika ingi cigana ona gwita mundu uria gutucokeria ngatho na twacokeria ngatho tikambe guthie he undu umwe utigarite koguo the one who is moving the vote of thanks kindly come forward, and then you could also take the opportunity to give us the directions to the grave site.
Tumukumia Yesu Kristo mwathani agoshwo Ngai ni mwega ritwa ni waroru wake mani wa murugami na ni mukiuru na muthuri uhurukite haha ni muru wa maitu na ni munyinyi wake na ni turendaine nake muno ona muthenya ucio ahurukaga ahurukire tunyitanite nake. Ndeto haha handu ha family jokia ngatho nondu wa magegania maria tuonete kuma kwa wendo rwanyu. Wa mbere tungicokeria Ngai witu ngatho uria watweire mwarimu murugami miaka iyo tuikarite nake na agakorwo agiturora na agaturorera mwarimu murugami na akamuhe iheo icio ciothe amuhete. Kuri ingi maciarirwo hindi iyo na matiakinyire hau ona matiaheirwo ta iheo icio ihetwo ni murugami. Koguo tugagucokeria Ngai ngatho nondu wa kiheo kia mwarimu murugami na tugakuria umwe kihuruko kiega kou aturite etereire. Ucio ungi ni tukuoya kamweke gaka tucokerie kanitha ngatho makiria Bishop witu David ni twi wa mucie witu muno ona hindi iyo murugami arari hatikaine nurokiro aramuhaka maguta ma kuhonia andu ingi mametaga maguta mundu ona gatekuhakwa gakue uguo tikuagwo no ta sakramenti iria ingi. Koguo nitugucokeria ngatho ni matuku maria tuhete magukorwo wina mwarimu murugami nitwagucokeria ngatho tucokeria Father in charge tondu ni akoretwo hamwe na ithwe kinya riria okire guku kuma ria murugami ahurukire mweri cio 20 tukoretwo twina mitha o muthenya tucokerie fathers othe aria makoretwo mekuo ngatho tondu mukoretwo mugitunyitirira muno ona ngimagarakaga mitha o muthenya ona mategutwira fathers nitwamucokeria ngatho nondu wa rwendo ruu muratuhete na muthie na mbere gutuhoera nitukwenda mahoya makinyu muno. Kwani ndiramucokeria ngatho ni uria mwatuinira na uria mukoretwo mugituinira aria tukoretwo twina magongona maya ni mukoretwo na ithwe miakini ni mukoretwo twi hamwe. Chachi kana committee members ni mwabangire macaka ma mwarimu murugami na njira ya mwanya muno ati o muthenya mwaki ni uratongoragia na tutire twaga mwaki ona muthenya omwe ugiuka gutongoria miaki itu yothe ya St Joseph murorathimwo na spirit iyo ithie giakanaga. Tweka mweke gaka njuke kwi family itongoretio ni Tony na ndimwire na njira ya mwanya twina Tony twina thibitari murugamia baba wa twirire inywe mwi hau muti undu no mwongerema na ndiracokeria ngatho Tony wirura twahetwo niko kinyora kinya ni mutwikite comparative muno thiini wa kamiti iria ciothe tuthiite maundu maingi ni mutwikiire muno twoka tugiciria tutieciragia ni tuguthika murugami tweciragia tukwamba gucaria bill ya thibitari no family kirugama ikiuga thibitari bill yothe ni mekuria na niguo mekite. Koguo ni motukenetie muno undu gwitwo Njenga na uria mukoretwo tunyitanire nawe tutire turaheana wira tugiuka kuripota gwi kamiti ono mwe gakorwo tariho family yothe ataraja mbare ya murugami ni mukoretwo mwe hamwe na ithwe muno na mugatunyitirira nengenete muno ni ura tunyitanire na inywe no ria tukoretwo tugika. Our able chairman wa kamiti Bwana John Gekonyo ni gucokeria ngatho cia mwanya muno tondu mundu gwitwoge mwarimu murugami toguo mwaigwa ni ta mundu reheragiria uria agathie aigire komiti ya tongoretie mathiko ma nyina wa Toni ithie na mbere na mwarimu Gekonyo by coincident ni wari chairman. Koguo ndia turathire guthurana tutiri undu ungi tungiekire no Gekonyo no John Gekonyo arikie wira ucio na ni thengio tondu tukinyitie wega ndutukumite na ni tutwarite wega muno muno muno. Ngai akurathime na family yaku ni rwendo ruo mukoretwo mwe na ithwe tondu hindwe my brother ahurukaga twari na inywe twina itha wa ceke uthi na mbere gutwenda na riu tondu gapu ya murugami ndiriho na ciana ici ni kuhete gitio ugakiragia ruga cia kuona ikora ta murugami haku ukorwe hau gaku na ithwe muno ndiragucokeria ngatho na kamiti ria yothe ikoretwo twina cio turakoragwo na kamiti o muthenya na kuru turakorwo tuhurite tari macaka twina mo tukoretwo twina ihinda riega muno ria kamiti ni uria mutunyitirire wega muno. Gurubu iria ciukite gwitu kana kwa mwarimu murugami ni gurubu nyingi to ni muri gurubu nyingi ndingihota gucigweta ni nyingi na company nyingi na ni mututeithiriirie muno 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 muno. Gurubu icio ciothe mundu gwitwo John aingĩ nĩ members a Ndangira a Limuru acio othe wamona on behalf ya family nĩ tucoketie ngatho nĩ ũrĩa mũtunyitĩrĩire na ũrĩa mũtwĩkĩte wega. Turarĩ na andũ maratuheaga gĩa kũrĩa on daily basis aruga maraturagĩra kũrĩa arĩa mũrakoragwo kũu nĩ mũrona ũrĩa maratũrugagĩra tũirio twega tũrakoragwo twĩ fresh. Karo on behalf yao ũthiũ mera ithuĩ ta family nĩ twamacokeria ngatho nĩ ũrĩa maratũhire wĩra mwega na Ngai amarathime no ũndũ wa wĩra ũcio mararutaga. Flow ya macakaya ta ũrĩa tugaga mũtiĩ mũndũ ũkoragwo na kĩndũ nĩ tũkoretwo tũgĩtũmĩrwo mũcumarĩ hana harĩa hangĩ na hana harĩa hangĩ mũndũ wothe ũtũtũmĩire kĩndũ nĩ tũracokia ngatho. Ona deputy president arĩ o kũrĩa ararĩ no aratũmĩte mũcumarĩ waku nĩ wakinyire na ĩngĩ mĩingĩ ĩtũmĩtwo nĩ ĩthiĩte ĩgĩkinyĩte gũtirĩ mũndũ ũratũma gwakarega gũkinyia othe matũhete indo ciao nĩ tũcoketie ngatho. Ona tiga gũtũhe mbeca nĩ mũtũhete mathaa manyu tarĩ mathaa marĩa mandũ aya aingĩ tũngĩmahe value tũngĩrĩha mbia cigana. Koguo tumuoe ngatho citũ nĩ ũndũ wa mathaa macio manyu mũtũhete nĩ magoro mũno. Korwo nĩ mbeca mũngombeire nĩ tũngĩamũcokeria no mathaa maya gũtirĩ mũndũ ona ũmwe ũngĩhota kũmũrĩha no Ngai amũrĩhe athi na mbere kũmũrĩha tondũ nĩ amwĩkĩte wega. Nĩ tũkoretwo to mũthĩ tũgĩthiĩ kwĩgĩra mwĩrĩ wa my brother tumire gũkũ tũrĩ aingĩ mũno ngari iria ciothe tuma nacio tũgĩthiĩ kũrĩa tuma kũgĩrana ngari ciuma nyingĩ tũcokeria andũ arĩa megũtũhete ngari ciao ona maguta tũtinetio tucokerie ona principal wa Ngeni High School nĩ aratucarĩirie ngari. Koguo othe arĩa matũhete ngari icio igũtũrutĩire wĩra ũcio nĩ twamũcokeria ngatho cia mwanya mũno. Thĩinĩ wa security nĩ ndona cibũ gũkũ nĩ tũrarĩ na borithi kana polisi iratũraga gũkũ kuma hwaĩ ikĩgitĩra gũkũ na ikĩgitĩra kũu kũngĩ. Security nĩ tũmĩonete ĩtũgitĩrĩte mũno na ĩthiĩte wega. Koguo nĩ ngũria mũndũ gwĩtwo chief athiĩ na mbere na kũruta wĩra ũcio wa security na tũkĩte na security njega mũno 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 mũno. Kũrĩ andũ arĩa maratũhete hama kana hama iria mũrona mũrutĩte kũrĩa kana iria irarĩ na kũrĩa na itĩ ici ciothe tũikarĩire. Koguo nĩ tũramũcokeria ngatho tondũ tuma na sitting njega mũno ndirona andũ magĩte itĩ kinya ndagĩka ĩno nĩ tũracokia ngatho na njĩra ya mwanya. Nĩ tũracokia ngatho no ũndũ wa ndagĩtarĩ iria ikoretwo ikĩrora mwarimũ mũrũgami na makĩria Professor Kaigi no ũramaheaga directive na no ũratũcarĩirie the best doctors tondu korwo mũrũgami kũrakuagwo nĩ ndagĩtarĩ ndangĩrakuire tũrarĩ na kinya professor ũgwĩtwo Kaigi nĩ wa family itũ na ndagĩtarĩ nyingĩ irakoragwo i hau ona hĩndĩ wahurũkaga gĩtanda-inĩ gĩake kĩarĩ ona ndagĩtarĩ iria ciothe ihutĩtie mwarimũ mũrũgami na njĩra ĩno kana ĩrĩa ĩngĩ mwĩtĩkĩre muoye ngatho citũ nĩ tũkenete mũno. Kwĩ harĩa tũgũtwara mwĩrĩ wa my brother mwarimũ mũrũgami kũrĩa arĩa marathondekire wĩra ũcio na makĩria mũthuri ũrĩa ũraka kanitha ĩno ĩrakwo nĩ mũthuri wa ndaimĩte rũraya oimĩte haha haitũ Ngarariga. koguo na no ratuthodeke irima na riu araigire no ndu andu ya na murugami ndari kindu na kia gwitia hari ori woe ngatho cia family na citu icirua ni tugucokeirie ngatho no ndu wa maundu mothe ngirikiriria mundu wothe itanacokeria ngatho nitwagucokeria ngatho na njira wengi na iri ingi ugikorwo we nutunyitiriire muno na njira yo na mahoya maria tutaronaga oya ngatho citu kuria guothe utwikite kaundu kega Ngai akurathime na njira ya mwanya he ciugo ndirenda kurikia nacio ithiini wa thamaki wa keri 4 he mutumia wale wa ndigwa na mutumia ucio wale wa ndigwa ni akoretwe na thiri na ciana ciake igutwika ni ikunyitwo itwike ngombo nigetha irehe thiri uriku nigetha irehe thiri ucio uguo moigwa mwarimu murugami arari mundu wa otana totana wa kuheana nyama ona kana kau kero ga guikurukia ona otana wa gukombanira ni akombeire andu aingi na ni kahinda gaku we wicuranie tutikumathoma no ni twi na list iyo koguo thamiri icio toguo mundu gwititwo ukuga muthuthie gutoe konywa kugite ati twira andu angi turanyitarire nao na no gukorwo tutiui ungiuka ni wega tutikumathoma na ni tumui tondu list twi na ki mugikuyu agikua tigaga maundu meri na kigocio imeri mutaranie hara ni akuga muthuri aigaga uu ndihirwo thire wakwa uria itararihite koguo na ithe mwarimu murugami agikorwo na thire wa mundu no twere ta family tumenye turihe tutingera tumukomie tutari na thire wao koguo agikorwo na miano nete murahete mwarimu murugami kindu no twende kumenya turihe nawe ucio niguo muthuri aigaga arihirwo thire wake uria atararihite na ucio tarakitũrĩhĩte rĩ ũtarĩte mwarimu mũrũgami rĩ wĩtĩkĩre watukora ta family no tũkwaria wega na rĩu twĩ nayo na tũtikũmũrandũra tũmũkumia Yesu Kristo.
Thengio mũno Bwana Clement, tũhũrĩre Mr. Clement rũhĩ rũngĩ. Manari korwo ararĩ na gathirĩ gakwa tondũ ũmũthĩ ũngiuma ũmũthĩ. Asanteni sana. Tunataka kutambua uwepo wa watu fulani fulani ambao wamejumuika nasi, wanasiasa wote, all our political leaders apart from the deputy president. Tunaomba tusimame, hata wale walikuwa heshimiwa kama mheshimiwa Mwathi na kuona. Asanteni sana. Onare marugamite kura ikirega kuigana. Shirwa Ndugu, asanteni sana. Asanteni sana. No muikarethi, we acknowledge your presence and thank you so much for coming. Taomba pastors na bishops kutoka makanisa mengine waweze kusimama, pastors, bishops, leverets na kadhalika. Ndona Bishop Ujega murata wakwa ndimwira agigira kathore kitonge mutu akadino ega kofia gatune. Asanteni sana. Tunaomba tuketi. Thank you so much. Tuwapigie makofi. Pia tunao sisters ambao wamejumuika nasi, all the sisters, religious sisters and nuns present. Tunaomba tusimame tuwapigie makofi ndio hao. Then we have our catechist and the altar servers. Naomba tusimame tafadhali. Altar servers hao ni mapadri na masista wa kesho. Tunawashukuru sana kwa kujumuika pamoja nasi. We have condolences from Father Simon Warari, amezaliwa katika hii parokia. Father James Kamau alikuwa anafanya kazi hapa. Father Augustine Kihoro, Father in charge Gararigan Dean of Limuru, and also Professor Lawrence Joroge ni chaplain pale JKUAT Juja. Hao wote wametuma condolences zao na tunazipokea. Kwa hivyo familia mjua angetaka kuwa nasi lakini hawakuweza. tungetaka kutambua uwepo wa paroko wa hii parokia ya St. Charles Lwanga Kamirithu, Father John Kamagara, ndiye huyo Father paroko. Wanafanya kazi pamoja na Father Leonard Mulei, ndiye huyo, asanteni sana. Pia tuko naye Father Francis Kiarie ambaye ni Education Secretary Archdiocese of Nairobi. Tunajua mzee Mrugami amefanya kazi kubwa sana katika shule zetu, na ndio hiyo Father Kiarie ndio maana ako hapa. Tunaye Father Isaac Jehia, Father in charge St. Stephen Gachie Parish. Na tunaye baba wa kazi, mhubiri wa siku ya leo, Father Paul Gashau. Nafanya kazi pale parokia ya Muguga. Huyo Father ndiye anilirecommend nikaordainiwa kuwa deacon. Yes, na mheshimu sana. Tunaye Father Charles Washira. Father Charles Washira anafanya kazi huko parokia ya Garariga. Na tunaye Father Henry Dicho. Father Dicho anafanya kazi kule parokia ya St. Matia Mulumba upande wa Thika. Na tunaye Father George Joroge. Father George Joroge alikuwa anafanya kazi hapa kama baba paroko, na hao ndio mapadri ambao tuko nao na tunatambua uwepo wao. Sasa tuko karibu kumalizia sherehe zetu, na tunaona kwamba tuko na mgeni wa heshima, na huyo mgeni tu kwa ruhusa ya baba askofu ndiye atapewa nafasi ya kuongea. Kwa sasa kwa heshima na taadhima kuu namkaribisha His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua.
Thank you. Thank you. Tafadhali tuketi. Baba wetu askofu, baba paroko, Reverend Fathers, familia ya rafiki yangu marehemu Geoffrey Mrugami mwalimu, viongozi wote ambao wamefika, Wakristo wenzangu, muriega tumukumie Yesu Kristo. Onene wa Yesu uroka, Ngai nĩ mwega na hĩndĩ ciothe. Ngai aiciarĩra, Mwathani agocwo, Mwathani agocwo rĩngĩ. Mũthikabu witũ niĩ ndoka tondũ mũthuri ũyũ ũkomete haha, Mwalimu Geoffrey Mrugami nĩ mũrata wakwa wa mĩaka mĩingĩ. Twamenyanire nake mĩaka 30 ĩhĩtũkĩte, 30 years ago, na niĩ nĩ njũĩ kũrĩmĩra ndũgũ, na ngacokeria Ngai ngatho atĩ nĩ ndona kanya ga gũka kũmugĩra ũhoro, gũka kũmumagaria na gĩtĩo. Mũthuri ũrutĩte wĩra mũingĩ mũno. Mũthuri ũyũ twamenyanire nake Dedio wa Kiamba, arĩ secretary wa Gatatha Farmers. Nĩmũkũririkana? Na secretary wa Gatatha Farmers mena chairman wetagwo Njohĩgu, mũthuri wa harĩa Ndũmberi. Nĩ marutire wĩra mũnene mũno wa gũtũria kambuni ĩyo. Kambuni iria ingĩ ciothe cia mĩgũnda, Boi Kamĩtĩ, Kiamba Kawaida, Gatono, ciothe ciairwo ikĩninwo. Mũthuri ũyũ na athuri acio marĩ nao makĩrũgamĩrĩra Gatatha Farmers ĩkĩrũgama. Na twagĩa ndũgũ hau, ndacokire ngĩũka ngĩtuĩka ndio gũkũ Limuru. Wĩra ũcio warutwo haha wa nyama choma. Kaĩ mbũri cia mũthuri ũyũ nĩ ndĩte nyingĩ. Kuhurwo nĩ mĩkora na gũtiarĩ borithi.
mwarimu uyu komete hanwe wokire akijeta gwake hwaini agita itura agitongoria tugiaka police post tukirehe borithi iria aramurangira nginya umuthi uyu na wira ucio twarutire na mwarimu uyu wira wake wa githomo guku Limuru ni wikaine koguo tuge ciiko cia mundu njega imurumagirira nginya matu-ini na nikio okite guthikwo ni muthikabu ni undu wa witikio wake na wira wake kanitha-ini wa Catholic. Koguo ni ndoka twamutara kwa andu a Limuru kunyitanira na inywe muthuri uyu ni aranjuragia ethibitari na ndiracererwo na no ndiraiguaga ndina ngoro ya guthii kumuona. Muthenya umwe ndokire kwa ithe wa Njenga ndung'u wa Njenga kumucerera agicokia muno akiuria Gachagua na ni murata wakwa auma kwa ndung'u wa Njenga na agiukira haha kirume kabaru ngiuga no ndiuka no nake tutiuragia Ngai kiuria twitikirite wendi wake. The family of Mwalimu Clement gitirai gitio kia muthuri uyu ciana ciake tucucu ni ndamwona tucukuru mugitire gitio kia muthuri uyu muturie ritwa riake ni wira uria mwega aturutire na nie ndina wira father ati muthuri uyu arari mutana utana wake nie ni ndiuwi. He was very generous and very kind. Na ndiuwi niki giatumite atue ate nyama niguo utana uria munene muno na nguinya ciana ciake haha na tucucu ni ciaruta ki wira kou matu-ini two tutikire twagethie agikorwo ni kuri nyama akaigirwo karuharu ngirikia to ndikwenda kwaria muno bishop ni ndirarutire wira munene muno wa kuhurana na njohi njuragani ni uhoro wa ma na njohi yo kuma rira ndajirie guthigithwo njohi yo kuma rira ndajirie guthigithwo ni anjitie gucoka niguo irago yari iria yekate ndirarutire wira wa kuhurana na njohi miaka iri tondu nyumba itu ni guthira irathiraga na rira ndajirie guthigithwo na tini ndirathigithwo ni nyumba nigetha nyumba itu ikete gwenda kuria andu aria me thirikari-ini chiefs and assistant chiefs police tafadhali musikubali hii pombe ilikuwa naua watoto wetu irudi. Ni kazi kubwa sana tumefanya na kungituika wira ucio wothe ukurira thi ati nyingi ciana citu icoke mitaro ikanywe njohi mwana wa kahii athire uguo father Gachagua huji haha ithuĩ nĩ twahotereirio nĩ atumia na nĩ twetikirire niĩ father Gachagua niĩ ndĩ wa kanitha waku wa kuga atirĩrĩ atumia nĩ mathaithũ niĩ wakwa ndĩmũthaithaga rũcinĩ na hwainĩ ndakae kũnjũkĩrĩra tondũ ndingĩaga thayũ mũciĩ maũndũ makwa nĩ mekate tondũ gũkũ nja nĩ kũũru mũno rĩu ũrenda maũndũ maritũhana gũkũ nja rĩ ũkona gwa gwĩkate koguo niĩ father Gachagua ndendekania nawe na niĩ wakwa ndĩmũthaithaga mũno nyina Gachagua ona ngĩrethĩrwo na itehĩtie ngauga ndendekĩra mahĩtia nĩguo nyone tha mwana wa kahĩĩ hatĩka-inĩ mbegũ itũ the seed carrier the boy child is in trouble. You may push Rigathi Gachagua around, but please let the work that he did for 2 years of saving the boy child remain. Leaders come and go. Okay, njuge atiriri nyu andu aitu muri andu ogi kuri undu mutoi muramathoma memba mukire ki na mutikarie. Unajua kuna watu walikuwa wanasema na huyu Rigathi Gachagua hana wafuasi Mlima Kenya, mbona watu watoki kwa barabara, hawakishi moto, hapigi kelele? Hiyo si tabia yetu. Sisi si watu ya kwenda barabara, sisi si watu ya kuwakisha tairi, sisi si watu ya kupiga kelele. Sisi tukiona tunanyama, iko siku tunafanyanga vile natakika. Ile mtu yo muthenya ucio ni uriku mukira ki muyumirerie twahurirwo ni muthungu tukiumireria tutire twariganirwo tukihurwo ni moi miaka 24 tutire twariganirwo ona maya tutirigane mutumie mukire ki mucoke mawira muthenya wake amani uri kinya katiguo. Na niye gikeno giakwa ri wajumbe mumeona siku hizi ampewi nafasi kuongea kwa sababu ile tabia mmefanya pale bunge imekasirisha raia. Kati wadu itu ndiraiguira heshimiwa maratu wekire gutira andu mari aragia nie njuge atiriri gikeno giakwa guku Kiambu wikura mwahurire ya seneta wetagwo Karungo wa Thang'wa iyo ucio mwanake ndangigurwo mbeca ona cigana ndangendia ruriri mukamuhoyagira mukamuririkanaga na gathoni wa mucomba na mwanake onge wa hali ajuja wetagwo George Koimburi cio nĩ itungati cia ruriri. Ithuĩ tutire na uru na mundu, ithuĩ turacaria kihoto, turauga muingatwo na Njuguma ni acoka no muingatwo na kihoto ndacokaga. We have faith that our judiciary will protect and uphold the Constitution of Kenya and will exercise fairness and give justice to Rigathi Gachagua and his supporters. That is our prayer. But I want to ask for peace, more so to my people of the Mount Kenya region. Please remain peaceful. Love one another. Stay well with all other regions and communities. They have not wronged us. They are our friends. Kenya is bigger than all of us. And we don't have another Kenya. We only have one Kenya. And I want to say, irrespective of what will happen, the outcome of the court process, let our people remain peaceful and build our country. A time will come for us to speak. Na mutikamake mukiri oguo kuri okaudu njui neguo mukire ki no ithuĩ twari kuo no ithuĩ teke maundu ma nyumba ĩno itũ nĩ tũkũbanga wega na mũtigecire nĩ ndirahũrwo nĩ mũĩ nĩ tũkwĩbanga we na tũtirĩ akĩgu na mũkungi akorire ũũ koguo inyuĩ mũhorere na MC ũgwĩtwo Nduta anyitĩrĩrwo ĩno nĩ njamba ĩno ũyũ nĩ ageragia mũno ndĩmwendete mũno koguo thengio mũno twĩna mwathi arĩ mwecimu wanyu gũkũ nĩnguonete mwecimu wa Teresia Wanjirũ ũyũ nĩ nominated MCA nĩnguonete Judy Jomo gũkũ mwecimu wa Judy Jomo wa kũrĩa Kiambu twĩna mwecimu wa Karicho twĩna baba yao Waititu twĩna Nũngari thengio andũ aitũ na thengio nĩ kũhoera na mũthiĩ na mbere na kũhoera nĩmũgũtũhoera na nĩ ndĩmwendete na rĩu ũngĩthikĩrĩria thitango iria ndathitĩtwo seneti ĩmwe ya hiũ rĩ atĩ ndĩnyendete andũ aitũ nĩ mwaiguire ati nä njara ya gä kå yå ndoka kå rä andå aitå atä nä ndä rauga atä rä rä andå matikamomorerwo matarä na kå ndå gwa gå thiä atä nä ndä rauga andå matikaingatwo marigiti kå rä a maikarä te mä aka 50 icio nä cio thitango iria mwana wanyu arahå rä rwo kwenda andå na gwä ciria å horo wao ona ithuä tå kauga acio mothe marä o kuo rä ngai arä o kä arä o gä tä-inä gä ake kä onene na gä o thingu na ngai ndahotagwo ithuä må gä na thayå mũgĩe na thayũ mũgĩe na thayũ ũndũ arĩ mũru mwarimũ ũyũ nĩ mũrata witũ na family nĩ ndaigua nĩ mũkũgĩa na kaũndũ nĩ ũndũ wa kũrĩkia wĩra ũrĩa mwarimũ aratigĩtie Clement mũgũkĩnjĩtwo na niĩ ndĩ wa family ĩno yanyu so father Gachagua ninũke nagetha ngĩgetha nyina Gachagua ndagakĩũrie ngĩthire kũ mathaa macio mothe na nä tå kenaga tuona athuri aya ndå wa njenga athuri aya marutire wä ra må nene må no wa bå rå ri å yå tå kenaga må no twamona tå gacokeria ngai ngatho twamona mena hinya nä wä ra å rä a marutire makä rutä ra bå rå ri å yå witå koguo inyuä må gä na thayå na kwaya nä mwaina wega nä ndakena må no thank you very much nä må kå geithania mwainåka nä må kå geithania ngai witå amå rathime amwä ke wega amwararamerie mehaka murore magũkumia amugitire kuma kwĩ ndwari mĩciĩ yanyu yurage irathimo ihiana mbura njega mwarimũ witũ wathiĩ wena wega na wakinya kũu matu-inĩ ũgeithia arĩa mathire tene na nĩ twakena mũno nĩ kũheo kanya gaka Clement, I'm your friend. If there is anything I can do for this family, I'm there for you. Ngai witũ amũrathime.
Asante sana Your Excellency. Nitaomba tuketi niwape utaratibu wa kutoka. Tũgũkũrana gũkorwo kuo kwa Mũthamaki Thiong'o. Mũthamaki Thiong'o. Twamũkĩre ngeithi cia Mũthamaki. Asante sana. Nĩngũria members ya CMA nĩ mũkũhoete rwĩmbo no tũtikũmũhe rwĩmbo mũgũka nĩ inyuĩ mũkumia mwĩrĩ no tũine rwĩmbo rũu tũkiumaga nĩ tondũ wa mathaa tafadhali naomba tusitoke tafadhali naomba tusitoke tutulie so na family members tũkũnyitanĩra na CMA kumia mwĩrĩ sisi sote kwa utulivu tafadhali kwa utulivu tafadhali tusimame tuweze kutoa mwili na tumpe baba yetu heshima tafadhali tusitoke asante